building something in the barn. After some prodding from Paul, Joseph admits he's been trying to build a vehicle because he's tired of feeling confined and scared. However, he can't make it work. Paul is impressed and takes a look, quickly making a couple of changes that finally makes the car run. Excited, Paul takes the teens on a ride to teach them how to drive. They go home after an hour of wandering and Paul announces the windows still need reinforcement, so he sends the boys to the river to salvage. Thomas gets mad because he had been promised he could go to the farm today, but Paul says this is more important. The brothers leave in the car and Thomas starts blaming Joseph for this, saying Paul sent Thomas just to protect his brother. Joseph doesn't think he needs protection, so Thomas gets out of the car when they pass by the farm and asks Joseph to pick him up on the way back. In the house, Paul finishes reinforcing the door and takes a break to smoke alone by the waterfall. As he looks around, he sees a black creepy hole in the rocks. Meanwhile, Joseph goes to the river and ties himself to the car before descending into an old abandoned ship to look for supplies. Inside a locker he finds a pinup from a dirty magazine, which leaves him speechless for a second. Then he looks further inside and is suddenly startled when a bunch of bugs come out from a trash pile. They fly around him and try to reach his skin, so he has to get out of there fast. At the farm, Thomas helps the family with the chores, but it's soon revealed that his main reason to go there is the owner's daughter Charlotte. It's clear that the teens have a crush on each other and they go for a walk together on the field. Charlotte shows Thomas a rope tied to a tree, explaining that when she was little, she was only allowed to play outside if she was touching the tree, so she would tie herself to have more room to run while technically still attached to the tree. They also play a game in which they share crazy theories about what caused the apocalypse. When it's time for Thomas to go, Charlotte gives him a tight hug. The sun is starting to set, so both boys need to hurry up. Paul returns home and gets worried when he finds Rocco but neither of his sons. Joseph gets back in the car and at first it wouldn't start, but after a few tries he finally gets it moving. Thomas is running as fast as he can and slips, so he ends up falling in a crevice in the ground. When Joseph comes by to pick up his brother, he doesn't see him around and just keeps going. Once he makes it home and tells his dad what